So I'm going to hit record. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, we are here with Nguzo, who is one of our Global Learn Day 2018 presenters, and she has an amazing project to share with us. Thank you for being here today. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Nguzo. I'm originally from Nigeria. I'm a mother of three and a lawyer as well.
Okay, well, thank you for being here. What gave you the idea of this project?
It started with my 6-year-old that I went back to Nigeria with in 2010. She couldn't go to library like we do in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And she demanded that I get my friends together, raise money, and build a library for the children in the community where we were living. So that's how Hope and Dreams Initiative started, from a 6-year-old.
That's great. How did you come up with the name for this project?
We actually had a family meeting and everybody came up with the idea that all we have in life as human beings are two things: hope and dreams. We always hope that one day the world will be a better place.
Mm-hmm.
And we all have dreams that we aspire and strive to be, either to be a lawyer or to be a doctor or to be a mother.
Mm-hmm.
So we all said, okay, so let's call it Hope and Dreams Initiative.
That is fabulous. What did it take to get this off the ground? Like, your 6-year-old had this idea. What did it take to go from her idea to actually building your first library?
It was challenging because I would say that in as much as I'm Nigerian and I'm from there, uh, because you don't live there, you have difficulties dealing with people and getting started with anything that you want, no matter how the impact that particular thing will have on the community.
Mm-hmm.
You always go through hurdles. But because I was determined and because I knew that I could have been one of those children,
Mm-hmm.
one of those girls, because I had the privilege to travel outside of the country and I had access to better education, I knew that is something that needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that Nigeria is one of the countries that has low literacy level. So determination, I would say, was what, kept me going.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So what does your project do to support education?
We do literacy, hand washing literacy. We do menstrual hygiene. We do reproductive health,
Mm-hmm.
and we help children who would ordinarily not have access to books or able to read. After secondary school, you won't believe it, I've met 18-year-olds who still do not know how to read or write their name. So what we do is we create libraries in school, and it's not just any kind of library, it's a hygiene library.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So what do you have there that makes it a hygiene library instead of just a regular library that we would be familiar with?
The library has hand washing station in front of the room.
Mm-hmm.
So children they must wash their hands before they come into the library.
Mm-hmm.
And in the library, we have hand washing books.
Mm-hmm.
We have posters on hand washing.
Mm-hmm.
So the children are not just reading books, they are learning how to wash their hands,
Mm-hmm.
doing it,
Mm-hmm.
wash their hands actually. So when they finish from that school, they have not just only learned how to read.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of, they have learned the importance of hand washing.
Mm-hmm.
They have learned the importance of hygiene.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that answered your question.
Yes, it did. And what are you doing for, I know that you feel strongly about girls' education. So how does your library specifically support girls' education in the areas where you work?
Okay, we have the menstrual hygiene
Mm-hmm.
program specifically for girls.
Mm-hmm.
We have a sanitary pad box in each library,
Mm-hmm.
and every May, which is the menstrual hygiene month, I travel back to Nigeria with suitcases upon suitcases of sanitary pad,
Mm-hmm.
sanitary underwear, and I distribute 3 months supplies of sanitary pad
Mm-hmm.
to each girls. We have about 115 girls
Mm-hmm.
on the program now who are in school because they have access to sanitary pad.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not just giving them the sanitary pad, we're teaching them all about menstrual hygiene,
Mm-hmm.
the importance of being clean during and after
Mm-hmm.
your period. But most importantly, they are staying in school during their period,
Mm-hmm.
which was never the case
Yeah.
before.
Okay. How is it having an impact in the areas where you're working?
Well, like I said, we have 115 girls
Mm-hmm.
who are in school now during their period.
Mm-hmm.
We have 9 libraries now in Nigeria.
Wow.
We have distributed 450 underwears.
Huh.
We have distributed 450 reusable sanitary pads.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Parents are coming to me when I go home and telling me we are now washing our hands because our children go to the school. They're coming and telling me my daughter, my son can read now,
Mm-hmm.
and I am also sitting down with them
Mm-hmm.
while they're reading. I don't know how to read, but I'm looking at the pictures and they're reading to me.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. So it's helping the whole family. What are
Yes.
your future plans for this project?
The future goal is to get everybody involved. Get everybody involved. We are constantly looking for donors, financial donation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm looking for people who can donate to create a library in a school in their name. I'm open to that. We're constantly looking for volunteers who are willing to have sanitary pad drive in their community.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for social media volunteers, people who can write grants for us. We're looking for supporters, people who can take our project to the next level because, like they say, it takes a whole village
Mm-hmm.
to raise a child. And a village doesn't have to be a particular village, it could be from any parts of the world.
Yes, and that's part of what we are here for at Global Learn Day is uniting our theme this year is uniting the world through education. And so we're
Yes.
trying to bring the world together to help
Yeah.
educate the world and help all children have access to education. So we
Yeah.
thank you so much for the work that you're doing in Nigeria and for helping these children. And if you have anything to share, we will have it in the show notes so people can get involved. And I really hope that people will help support this wonderful project. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.